Trump underway, already dropping the hammer. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right, let's go. First one we're gonna look at is a demand that Trump made to Justin Trudeau. He's the Prime Minister of Canada. Then after that, we're gonna go see what Kevin O'Leary had to say about that.
Mr. Wonderful, eh?
Then we're gonna go. We got another timestamp here. Still trying to keep him out. Then Ramaswamy spoke the truth.
Good morning, Aisha. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made a now famous visit to Mar-a-Lago here in West Palm just a few weeks ago, in which President-elect Trump joked at a dinner together that perhaps Canada should become our 51st state and Trudeau its governor if Canada can't fix the immigration and flow of drugs here into our country. President-elect Trump has threatened to impose sweeping tariffs against Canada to the tune of 25% on Canadian goods. Trudeau has told Trump that those tariffs would crush their country. Now this morning here in West Palm, top Canadian cabinet members are scheduled to visit with President-elect Trump, trying to fix the trade and border security issues that Trump is warning will not fly during his second administration. Canada's new finance minister, Dominic LeBlanc, and foreign minister Melanie Joly are scheduled to hold talks with Trump here in Florida. A spokesperson for those two Canadian leaders say they look forward to building on Trudeau's visit here, focusing on fentanyl trafficking and illegal immigration. LeBlanc is also scheduled to meet with Trump's new border czar, Tom Homan. Now, notable Canadian businessman Kevin O'Leary tells Fox that there's a lot of untapped synergy between Canada and the U.S.
Yeah. All right. So, for one, I didn't even realize. I guess I should have known, but I didn't realize that Canada had drug smuggling into the United States. I didn't realize that Canada was also considered the people coming into the United States from Canada. I didn't realize that they were considered as aliens, immigrants.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I didn't. I mean, I knew, of course, there's a border across, everywhere, but I didn't know that there was a problem with Canadians coming across the border illegally. I thought that was just like
that's where a lot of your fentanyl is coming from.
Yeah.
A lot of the fentanyl is coming from up north. Like they don't really talk about the border.
Yeah, you don't think about Canada. You think about you think about Mexico. You think about Cuba. You don't think about Canada.
Right. Canada's a foreign country just like any other foreign country. I remember going up there as a child, and you got to go through and have your ID, and your adults got to have their paperwork up to date.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna just walk in.
But that goes to show you, man, like how far you got to expand. You know what I'm saying, and keep your awareness out there, because they put the focus on certain things for a reason. It's distractions. You know what I'm saying? Well, they showing you the right hand while they doing some dirty stuff. It might not even be dirty stuff all the time, but there's something else going on in the left hand.
And I didn't even understand that this was the issue with what they was talking about with Trump. And what's the Prime Minister's name? Trudeau. I thought it was something like the government over there was basically talking about overthrowing them or something. And Trump was saying that he about to add Canada to the U.S. Like they about to become become part of America.
Yeah, that is for real though. That's because now some people are starting to see how these terrorists work a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this is on a smaller scale. He said he hitting them low. That's only 25%. But the reason why Canada might become a 51st state is because, like his Prime Minister said, if Trump hits them with this 25% tariff, their economy will not be able to sustain. And the whole reason why they're making money anyway is off of the trades that they got going on with us anyway. I forgot what the trade what it was trading was. Didn't they say it inside the in the recording there? I missed that part.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they got to it or not, but I believe it's all in electricity.
But you see what I'm saying? That those are foreign trades that's going on, and once you start utilizing those tariffs in a certain way that's beneficial to the country, that make these other countries moving. You know what I'm saying? It's a game changer. And it could go bad if he moves a certain type of way. Like he was saying something about John Deere. He's putting a tariff. I think he said a 200% tariff on John Deere if they move their operations over to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to tariffs, I don't think he should. This is my opinion. When it comes to putting a tariff on a single corporation versus the whole entire country. You know what I'm saying? It works a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? When you go against put a tariff on the country instead of a specific corporation. But go ahead.
Pretty sure he's probably basing it on the number of jobs that could be affected. And you know, you got a lot of small companies that, let's just say, I'm throwing a number out there, that they may be only doing $1 million a year, whereas John Deere, they might be doing $1 million a day. So it's kind of like in the drug situation where people say, why don't they take down the top dog? Why are they messing with all these small fries? Why don't he tax John Deere versus going after these little people who, I mean, $22,000, $20,000 a week in sales might be good something to us, but it's only $1 million a year. No, John Deere, hey, they doing $1 million a day. Let's go ahead and hit them and see the ripple effect or whatever.
True. But that also shows you too, though, how well we are funding these other countries. These countries are eating off of us. The moment we start changing our policies, where it's like, hold on, we done check the paperwork. This ain't beneficial for America.
Right.
We gonna look, yeah. We are pretty much the gold that y'all are harvesting. You know what I'm saying? We're most of the trades, man. We're on the bottom. We're on the bottom end of all these foreign exchange trades. Now, when these tariffs starts coming into play, because they need us. And the crazy thing is, but when you look at everything that you got inside your house right now, it's gonna say made in China.
Oh, now Vietnam
that should click something in your head right there, man. Do you know how well China eating off of us?
Whoa, it's ridiculous, man.
All our money's going out to China, but but they got all this stuff coming in from over there, but we ain't got no money coming in from them.
Yeah, China looking nice too.
Same thing with Canada. That's why Canada can't afford that little small 25. He hit John Deere with 200%. He hit Canada with 25, bro. And they said that will collapse them. That's why there's a possibility they might come a 51st state. So that I'm telling you, these countries are eating off of us, bro. We're feeding them.
Yeah, I know. He said he was. I know, like, everybody worried about like him, implementing tariffs, and that's going to cause like war and stuff. But I've been seeing he was saying how, like, that's basically what he's been using to his advantage is tariffs. Like, he's like, tariffs don't cost us anything, is what he said.
It actually brings money in.
Yeah, he said it's gonna make us rich. And what he was saying, he's like, yeah, it's gonna make us the rich, make us very rich. I'm thinking like, nigga, you already rich. You talking about make us rich? But
see, that's the thing too. Trump kind of said something about his $7 billion net worth not long ago. So that's another reason why I lean towards he really means in his heart that he wants to help America. He doesn't want to die with America being a broke country. That means something to him. Because realistically, you can only spend so much money. I mean, you can only eat so much food. You can only drive one car a day. I mean, so to be a $7 billion net worth, it's more than the money. He might not carry himself right, but at the same time, I ain't gonna judge him based on some of the things that he said in the past, like just grab him by the pussy. But I feel like he has a genuine care for America, and he does not want to die with America being in the situation that it's in. That's how I view him, kind of like overall.
I believe that too. And word on the street is he's not taking a paycheck from being president.
What would it matter? The president get what, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 a year? What that's gonna do for a billionaire?
I think it's like 4.
What that's gonna do?
Yeah, but I'm just saying the point is, I mean, the average, your average. I ain't even gonna say average. I I can almost guarantee, without even having any knowledge of it, that all the past presidents took that check.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's why Trump is a problem that he's in there, because he don't need the check. That's
Right.
what makes him even more dangerous. That's what makes him even more dangerous, bro. He's like,
Right.
man, I'm gonna do this for the free. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna fund my own campaign. Matter of fact, I got the richest man on the planet backing me. So what are y'all talking about?
Think about that. Yeah. That's right. You know, so let's say, because I hadn't kept up with it, but I know at one time it was 400,000. Let's say a president is 600,000. Man, times 4, $2.4 million when you're a billionaire.
Yeah, he made that 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, right. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's real good to see people like him and Elon that's not really biased by the money, even though the average person don't understand, because they don't understand the difference between $1 billion and $1 million. You know, I always have said $1 billion, that's moon money, baby. You know, $1 million might seem a lot, $19,000 to $22,000 a week, depending on how you slice your vacations. But $1 billion, bro, that's the billion 9 zeros, baby.
Yeah, and they even surpassing that now. It's like trillion is starting to get close to being common. It's like we talked about on the last on a couple of other broadcasts. Shit, Elon is halfway there, just about halfway there. Crazy. So it's just like them dudes ain't really. I don't feel like they all about the money at this point.
They can't be swayed with a couple $1 million. You know, average politician, you know, put $2 million in their pocket, man. They say anything, suck anything, kiss anything, smooch anything, turn around, bend over for anything. But them, they ain't going to the Diddy party.
What you think been going on? Well, what you think been going on the last 4 years? They all paid. I mean, that's allegedly, but you know, shoot.
Right.
If you ask me, they all paid. And that's why Kamala was paying, you know what I'm saying? Thought she could use the same thing that got her where she was at. She got paid, and that's why she tried to use the money that she raised to pay people to speak on her behalf. Wasted.
So she got involved in a game, in my opinion, also kind of as a puppet. But she got involved in that game as a puppet. I could be 1,000% wrong. A game that's so much further over her head. She's trying to talk to these common people, not to degrade anybody, but you don't see the wave that's coming. You don't see Elon Musk, a multi-billionaire. Okay, you're not processing the fact that Trump is a multi-billionaire, and you're trying to come talk to the common people, but the momentum that people like Elon Musk have and Trump have, the momentum that they have, I think she had no clue. Like, she was just there, and it was wishful thinking on a lot of people's behalves to try to push her in, and she was kind of like a last resort. You know, I mean, Biden, look, he been gone. You know what I'm saying?
She had a total disconnect, like Biden's brain. It was all disconnected, man.
Yeah. Too focused on that, the happy-go-lucky and party and free spirit stuff.
Yeah.
Not
when
really.
Trump and Elon trying to get down to real American business. You know.
They got some situations going on right now, too, as well. Yeah, they got some stuff going on, too.
You know, who you done seen get kicked out of Texas? And next thing you know, have big business going back right on in Texas. That what happened to Elon. That might be a little bit of a different story, but I'm just saying to the point that, you know, Elon is doing such big things. I was about to say country, but a state like Texas can say, hey, we only want you here. But a little bit of time goes by, and it's like, come on, homie, come on, home, come on, you my homie. Hey, that speaks volumes, man. So Kamala and them, they ain't seen the wave and the force and the momentum that was coming. They were just wishful thinking, trying to get that BS situations in there, which I could go a whole lot left or right with their policies, from things like some of the nasty sick books they want to allow our kids to read. But you know, I'll digress. You know, big ups to Trump. Big ups to Trump and the new administration on standing firm on higher ethics and higher moral values than the other side. We already had our talk on the gays and stuff like that. Not to be judgmental, but I don't want them pressing my children and my grandchildren to read certain books about male anatomy inside their behinds.
Well, that's why Trump coming out swinging early, man, and he's starting. Of course, he going to eventually get to that, but right now he hitting those borders and those tariffs on doggone Canada. So we're gonna see what the next role is, see what his next step is once he gets all this here taken care of.
And with that said, that is consistent and right in alignment with pretty much a lot of the stuff, most of the stuff that he spoke about in the campaign, and that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which so say will before I move on to the next one.
Oh, I wanted to say something about real education. I didn't know if we had a clip on that tonight, but go ahead.
No, I don't. No, I didn't have anything on that. So the next clip we're going to look at is where Kevin O'Leary, he kind of gave his take on what he's feeling about, Canada and the U.S. teaming up. He's feeling like should be a good combination. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick.
Now, notable Canadian businessman Kevin O'Leary tells Fox that there's a lot of untapped synergy between Canada and the U.S.
There's 41 million Canadians, basically the population of California, sitting on the world's largest amounts of all resources, including the most important, energy and water. Canadians over the holidays, the last 2 days, have been talking about this. They want to hear more. And so, there's obviously a lot of issues, more details, but what this could be is the beginning of an economic union. Think about the power of combining the two economies.
Speaking of that, I'm like, don't the U.S. I know the U.S. can produce oil. I keep hearing every now and then that we're dependent on different countries and places for oil. I don't understand why we reach. Huh?
He said energy. I don't think he said oil.
He said oil and energy.
Okay.
There's something about water.
Yeah, but no, that's what he said. Water. He said energy and water.
Really?
Yeah, he said energy and water.
Let me go back and pull it back up.
What type of energy? I don't know if that's well, it can't be solar energy, but
I could have sworn he said oil. Let's go back.
Sitting on the world's largest amounts of all resources, including the most important, energy and water.
Yeah. It was oil and energy. And
he said water. He said all. It's not. He said all. He said all resources.
Hey.
No, excuse me. He said sitting on the world's largest amounts of oil resources. Philip was correct. Bye-bye.
I thought oil was coming from like Russia and like where do we get our oil? Y'all know?
Texas, oil in Texas. Texas.
They are producing oil, but you know what I'm saying? That's I don't think Texas produces enough to sustain America alone. So I think we do resource it from I thought it was Saudi Arabia. It's one of those Lord have mercy. I don't even want to paraphrase right now. But yeah, right now I thought it was Saudi Arabia. I would have to double check.
I thought the main thing they were saying that's why Biden they were saying how Biden's sons was involved with the whole Russia and Ukraine thing when because that's like one of our main oil suppliers and how they was in cahoots or something like that.
I'm gonna Google it real quick.
It's still Saudi Arabia and some come from Iraq or whatever. I'm already on Canada. It says Canada.
Yeah, it says Canada. So he did say oil.
No, he didn't. He said all.
He said all. He didn't say oil though. He definitely said all.
Yeah, I see, and I was right too with Saudi Arabia, Mexico.
So the United States primarily imports oil from Canada and Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Colombia, Venezuela, Nigeria.
So combining
Guyana,
the two economies, that would be
a bunch of them.
Yeah, combining the economies, that'll be good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, be honest with you though, I didn't know it was that small though. He said, how many did he say? 14 million? No, 40 million. That's
Yep,
just the
like
size. They like
41
to say
million.
that's the size of California. So
Yeah, I expected
man,
Canada to
41
be pretty
million. What?
small.
The population?
yeah.
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 Yeah, I
So
expected
hey,
Canada population to be pretty small.
you know what I'm saying? So shoot, hey, make them a 51st state, and then you know what that means. Well, you don't need no passport to go over there.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Hey,
That'll
I
that'll
might
be a good
slide up
move.
to
And
Toronto, see what's going on.
and
No,
from what Trudeau responding on Trump's ultimatum, they ain't gonna be able to handle them tariffs anyway. So it looks like we're about
that
to
tariff
inherit a
deal,
51st.
They said
51st.
that. I think Trump said he was just joking about that, but
he wasn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he was joking. That's what I was getting ready to say. That is just a negotiation tactic. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to really enforce it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, unless he might have to. They might try, you know what I'm saying? They might pull his card and then he got to go through with it. But for the most part, all of the tariffs, man, those are just negotiation tactics, man. That's all they are. But, you know, but if you sit there and listen to MSNBC and Fox News and CNN and Lord have mercy, if you go to The View, man, they're going to have you turned upside down with all this fear mongering. Oh man, these tariffs is gonna shut us down, and but you ask one of them to explain how tariffs work, and they probably couldn't even explain it. But I'm not a professional; I don't know it all, but I probably could explain the tariffs better than they could.
Yeah, if you wanna,
I heard him say how tariffs basically like, I think he said China that we was getting like Whirlpool washing machines and stuff from China, and it was causing like major businesses and stuff to fail, and by him implementing tariffs on the washing machines, it brought our economy back up. We was able to supply more jobs and put businesses back into action.
Tariff is a fancy way for them to just be talking about taxes, man. They just hitting them with taxes. That's all they charge
taxing them to supply us.
Yeah,
taxing them. That's crazy. We taxing them to supply us though.
Because without the consumer, how do you have business?
Nice.
So you see what I'm saying? You got to know how. Right. You got to know how to utilize your powers when you know what I'm saying, when you have them. You know what I'm saying? If there's a high, if there's a high demand, you're gonna need a high supply. So but if the demand is low, you can have all the supply you want.
You ain't making no money.
You ain't making no money. So over here in America, the demand is always high for everything.
Right. We consumers.
Yeah.
Like you said about China, hey, China, like you were saying, look around your house, it's no exaggeration to say that over 50% of your house is most likely made in China.
Man, that's why it don't matter how much debt it never gonna matter how much debt we in China with, because like you said, they always gonna need us.
Always.
But it's almost like we need them, bro.
Yeah, it's help me help you.
Because it's that
help me help you.
When it gets to the point where there's so much of their stuff infiltrated in all of our stores, what if something catastrophic happened to them? Yeah, we're gonna be hurting for a while because we ain't gonna have no product. Your iron go out. You might not even have iron clothes. I mean, it's just, and it's thousands of other products.
I said, don't nobody iron clothes no more, Will. That's old school, right? Ain't no.
Hold up.
I iron my clothes too.
Nah,
you don't wear suits too often, do you? Man, I be ironing my clothes. Now it depends. Now what I'm gonna take. Now it depends on what I'm doing. Now I might take it to the cleaners, but for the most part, man, I iron my own. I put the crease in them and everything, bro. But you just what you did was just prove what I was just getting ready to say to Will, how badly we are as a country. We're dependents. You know what I'm saying, and that's why all of our resources is coming from other countries, because we can't do it. I mean, we can do it, but today's Americans are lazy, and this ties into why to the DH, what's it called, the H-1B program that they got, the H-1 program that they supposedly talking about with Elon Musk and Trump. Reason why talking about they going against one another in that situation when they're really not. And Title 42, The reason why, where do you think most of our highly professional engineers come from? They're not American. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't, our public education does not create engineers. I mean, they do, but not as on a scale that these other countries do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They take their education to a whole nother level. Where over here, 30 especially in the black community, only 35% of the black community can read on their grade level. Only 35% can. Them numbers are slow. It's terrible. Our public education over here is terrible.
Yeah.
Even man, you got to see them over there in China and Korea, how they kids at 5 and 6 years old doing stuff that look like our high school students are doing over here. It's terrible, man. So, but that's why all our stuff is resourced out, because we've been groomed to become lazy. I hate to see it, but that's what it is. I'm for America first, but I still gonna call it a spade. As a whole, lazy as fuck.
Been the laziest country. America been the laziest country.
Yeah, I see it in my company.
That's because we got too many resources.
Wow. The Mexicans and Jamaicans are running circles around.
But that's what I'm about to say. We got these other immigrants that's here from other countries that they not complaining, and they the ones that's doing better. But then you got your typical Americans that complain, oh, they coming over here stealing our jobs. They ain't stealing them. You gave them away.
Yeah.
You sitting in the house waiting on that EBT in Section 8.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. And most of them getting getting way too much EBT, and that's why they selling them.
Yep.
Like, come on, man. I done been in that realm at one point in time. I wasn't doing well financially. So yeah, I understand the food stamp game and Section 8. I take advantage of it for a short period of time. But nah, man, that's our problem though. We linger in it. While these other countries are going, man, take a fifth grader versus some of our college students, man. Them fifth graders put them on the board and make them break down some math. It's not even close. That's sad.
Yeah. They can put I see that clearly.
They can put their fifth graders up against our collegiates, man. Come on.
Yep.
Figure out what their message is, or trying to figure out who their messenger is. But here's something, an op-ed from The Hill, if we can put up on the screen. And now we have folks on the left that are calling on Congress to block this inauguration, saying Congress has the power to block Trump from taking office, but lawmakers must act now. And the Trump team is responding saying, well, isn't this trying to steal the election? I mean, isn't this preventing democracy? Isn't it a threat?
This article by the opinion columnist at The Hill was jaw-dropping, and such a indictment on how the left has just refused to not only accept the results of the election, but understand what they mean for the American people that, as you described in the opening, want to see our energy completely independent from foreign adversaries, want to see the border secure, the economy under control, cost of living. So instead, the left goes to these tactics and an old constitutional theory that will not hold up, by the way, in the United States Supreme Court, as was already proven by the Colorado case months ago. And so I think that they are grasping at straws. They are out of touch with where the American people are. And it's not a surprise to me that they're coming from places like Yale and Columbia, where our dystopian universities just don't accept the reality of the American worker or all of us normal people across the country, which gave President Trump a landslide victory. And here he is here to do the things he said he would do on day one, and they need to get with the program.
But they never get with the program.
Might as well. I mean, he's the president. I mean, at this point, I mean, I don't, I ain't vote for him, but if he gonna be our president, I'm about to wish him well. I'm about to want the best from him. Ain't no need to sit here trying to down him. And why would you bring your leader down? Somebody that's leading your country. Why would you want him to do that?
Cause division, agenda, create distractions. While you on the back door doing some other stuff. What is that they doing? I don't know.
Nah, you want this man to help you. You want to speak the best you can about him and pray that that's what the outcome is.
Well, y'all do know they was exposed months before the election. I think this was, matter of fact, I think this was even done last year. I seen it on TikTok, and this is proven. You know, most of those politicians have a dual citizenship with Israel, right?
Say it again.
Say
they have a dual citizenship with Israel.
Who you talking about?
Most of your Democrats.
Oh, okay, Democratic Party.
They got a second home.
I heard.
Trump,
Trump said he's going to be working with Democrat governors and mayors to, fix up the cities and stop crime and stuff. He said he's going to be working with a lot of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, that went over your head, boy.
Well, I know he I don't know the person's name, but I know he said he getting him out of there. The lady, somebody was interviewing him, and he said, she asked, was he getting the guy out to bring somebody else in? He's like, oh, no, she said, you're going to fire him. He said, well, in order for me to bring someone in who, has his position, yes, that would require me to move, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I only heard him talking about, I didn't hear him really talking about like just completely getting rid of the Democratic Party.
He can't do that. So I don't even know why that should even be a conversation. If you even got to have that conversation, that's crazy. The people that's doing that. That's like,
but what I'm saying is I hear him talking about working with Democrats though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? The ones that have sense, the ones that we keep talking about, the ones that are far left, bro. Those are the ones that I was talking about that have the dual citizenship. There's a reason why they still attacking this man, even after he's done fully won, been confirmed elected, and they're still attacking this man, and they still got these false reports going on. You already saw how he just done beat ABC. Now Elon is going for Whoopi.
Yeah, I think I said this before, but I just think it's dumb that we just have different parties. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dumb to me. I feel like we should just have one. If it's one nation, we got 6 different parties. How are we one nation?
Well, technically, you only got 2. I mean, like, all this other stuff is new. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean,
but parties is a new party every year.
True though, but yeah, all these new parties that's coming along, that's new stuff. Except for independents, you always had your Democrat, Republican, independents. You always had that, but all this other stuff started to come about. Even when Diddy tried to create his own little party, I'm like, man, y'all tripping. But people don't really be understanding how this whole entire democracy was created and how everything just works. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of opinions. Most people that's real adamant on how they feel really don't even be understand. They haven't did their history. They don't understand where the Constitution came from, where it's what document was the authority before the Constitution. Articles of the Confederation. A lot of people don't even know that, but you know what I'm saying? You got to understand how this thing operate to even have an opinion. But today is an opinion-based system, so everybody and their mama's got an opinion on a lot of things and don't really do their due diligence. So that's why you got all these opinions, because it's based off of feelings and not too many facts.
Feelings over emotions.
So what's your next clip you got, Phil?
Before we move off that, I was wanting to say shortly after the election a while back, that's what I was saying. I felt like they were gonna continue to attack Trump on up until the inauguration. They're not gonna give up. They're gonna do whatever they can do to still try to stop him from taking that seat. And I was also thinking if they was able to pull that off and stop his inauguration, who's gonna run that? Who's gonna carry on as commander in chief? Would it still be Biden, or what would happen?
Well, I hate even speaking hypotheticals on this because there is no, it's impossible. It's never gonna happen. But let's just hypothetically speak. You know they're gonna throw Kamala in there because that's already who they had. You know what I'm saying? And plus she's following along with their agenda. whoever the higher up,
it'll be the
whoever the higher ups is, you know what I'm saying? She's been following it hard, so they're gonna keep rolling with that. But it's not gonna happen, bro. It can't.
That'll be some wild shit if that shit go down like that.
It'd be chaos in America.
It won't.
And it would
that's what they would like to have, because that's what they want is a civil war, another civil war. They want you divided and fighting amongst one another.
And it will also go down in the history. Trump is already going down in the history. He done broke some records.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if that shit happened.
How could that happen though? Like what could they possibly, you know what I'm saying, do to make that happen?
I have no idea, but that's what they're trying to do.
Constitution. That's the only way you can do it, is overthrow the Constitution.
That's what that clip. The clip we just got through watching specifically said that's what they're trying to do. They still feel like there's a chance for them to stop him from taking that seat.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's already been that the Constitution is perpetual. It's even in it's written in the Constitution. It is perpetual. It means everlasting.
Yeah.
Once again, that was what I'm saying. A lot of people don't, if they don't read, you just, let's see what he's trying to do. But if you go read what it says, the law that they all follow, it's even in the law, it's perpetual, can't be changed. Everlasting.
Them ones on the other side that's attacking them, they obviously didn't read either.
Well, no, it's called fear mongering. If you get the general public fool to actually think this was going on, you create the civil war. It's called a coup.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say what, but you just answered the question before I asked it. What purpose are they getting out of still trying to put people in fear?
How do you think
they know ain't shit they can do about it?
How do you think we've got control of all of these other countries? The CIA sneak their asses right on over there and mingle with the politics over there and create a coup, man. It's the same. They can do it within here too. Because our people don't read. When I say our people, I mean Americans, not just a certain.
And on top of that shit, our people, I mean, the majority of us don't even think. We just follow. Man.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back to your public education. They've taught you how to be a follower, how to be a sheep. That's why they took most of the important stuff that would have gave you that open mind to not fall for this. They took your civil rights and then your true economics. You know what I'm saying? Most people can't even write a check, don't even got a checkbook, can't even write a check, can't do no accounting.
Yeah, they straight duping us, boy. Yeah.
Once again, 35% can only read on their grade level. They ain't even half. That's sad.
That's heavy.
The Doge Coalition is beyond Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. But anyway, at any event, Vivek Ramaswamy, in a very long post on X, said, among other things, our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence, and he blamed 90s TV shows like Friends and Family Matters. Trump saying Trump's election hopefully marks the beginning of a new golden era in America that once again prioritizes achievement over normalcy, excellence over mediocrity, nerdiness over conformity, hard work over laziness. I mean, I'm just not sure that like a tech bro, a wealthy tech bro, telling Americans they're mediocre and lazy is a perfectly fine-tuned message for the Trump base.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's exactly what the American people need to hear, and everybody else up and above.
It sure is. It really is, man. I have to speak on it as a business owner, having a small company in Myrtle Beach, and establishing my company in November of 2021. Here it is, just skid across the 3-year mark. And I've had over 50 people come and so-called work for me. And they don't have the work ethic and the ambition of me now, a 50-plus-year-old man. Mm-hmm. And I'm bringing on people half my age and running circles around them and having to pull them to the side and say, hey, I'm twice your age. I probably shouldn't be catching up to you. trying to say it in the best way I can. But I come across as condescending sometimes. I come across I'm not just trying to lift them up. I don't even know the language to speak to these lazy Americans.
Exactly.
If I'm double your age and I'm running circles around you, what is it? Do your joints hurt? You know what I'm saying? What is it? My wife say, well, make sure that they know what to do, but it's like 50 people, y'all all slow.
Oh, trust me. The company I work for, bro. You got a smaller company, so still 50 people is a lot. I work at a pretty large, one of the biggest companies here in South Florida, bro. We go through that like in a month, bro. Like they come and go, bro. I'm talking about, man. They can't. It's hard for them to get through the first week. Don't get me wrong. The type of work I do is very physical.
Right.
It ain't for the week, and it shows them. It shows real quick. That's why we go through so many, bro. I'm talking about, man. It's sad, man. It's sad, and the work ain't hard. It's just, man, you got to have a little grunt to you, But they're not they're not built like that anymore.
So look how out of shape America is.
Gentle parenting, man.
Yeah,
it's gentle parenting mess.
Yeah,
I see it with my students.
Soft parenting.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a hanky for your boo boo?
And getting time out, only time out I knew was in court. Time out. But other than that's the only time out we knew about. But now, man, you can't discipline your children no more. They call, they call that child abuse. Man, shoot, I ain't even gonna lie. Now, when I was younger, I used to thought it was child abuse, but now that I look back on it, man, that so-called child abuse gave me some sense.
$315 billion. That's one staggering cost estimate for Donald Trump's signature campaign promise.
The largest domestic deportation operation in American history.
More conservative estimates are still enormous. One group puts it at $162 billion. That's more than the government spent on most federal agencies in fiscal year 2024. We'll explain why an operation of this scale could require hundreds of billions of dollars over the course of a decade.
Is it your plan to deport everyone who is here illegally over the next 4 years?
Well, I think you have to do it. And it's a very tough thing to do.
That means roughly 13 million immigrants who entered the country illegally are at risk of deportation, about 4% of the U.S. population. To put that into perspective, the entire U.S. prison and jail population in 2022 was around 1.9 million people.
Scale is difficult for the government to carry out.
Aaron Reichlin-Melnick is a senior fellow at the American Immigration Council, a liberal immigration group.
Trump would have to do more than quadruple current ICE removals of people arrested in the interior just to hit the levels that we've seen previously under Obama.
I think that you take a sequential approach to it. You start with what's achievable. Let's start with 1 million.
The details of the plan are still being worked out, but let's say Trump does decide to deport 1 million people a year. That could still cost about $88 billion annually and take 11 years, according to one estimate. And that's assuming 20% of people would leave on their own.
Yes, it's expensive, but the trade-offs, I think, are well worth it.
Ron Vitello led the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency known as ICE for a year in Trump's first term.
Right now, the government is underfunded for its ability to detain people. To be able to accomplish this and the border mission simultaneously will require a reallocation, if not an infusion for resources.
That's going to be a task, boy.
Well, if you're trying to get rid of just all of them all at one time, which is going to be impossible, but you, I don't know if y'all caught it in there where she was saying, where she brought up where some people are going to deport themselves. Aren't they already doing that? Mm-hmm. Some of them are already doing that. And then once you break it down, okay, of course it's not going to be a million. It's going to be more. I think they're going to get rid of more than a million in 1 year, but based off 1 million per year, so it should take an estimated 11 years. So counting we don't know the specific number, but the estimated number of people that's already deporting themselves, and once they implement the people that they already have, like the border czar what's the name, Tom Homan was sitting there saying, hey, we're gonna start with the ones that we already got. Let's go ahead and get rid of them first. You know what I'm saying? That's more than a million right there alone. So we're gonna get rid of them first. Then we got the ones that's already got judgment. I mean, when I was talking about the ones that already got, I'm talking about the ones that already got locked up. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your ones that's already got their judgments and saying they got their paperwork there where they got to go back. That's more than 1 million. So we can go ahead and get rid of them. Then you got your ones that's deporting themselves. We don't know what them numbers will be. And I don't even know if they're gonna keep up with it. But that number's gonna drop pretty quick. Of course, it's still gonna take his whole term. It's still gonna take 4 years now. So there's still gonna be plenty left when his term is up. So he will not get rid of all of them. So I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that out the window.
I wonder what that shift is gonna look like. And once it's pretty much almost completed, what is sustainability gonna look like?
Sustainability as far as what? Continuing to put
once they move everybody over, what kind of effect is that going to have on the economy?
When you say move everybody over, you're talking about
legal immigrants. Once we get everybody back over here, and it's supposed to be right, and it's just the
millions and millions of illegal immigrants.
Hold on, let me finish, complete this entire question. So they're gonna migrate as many over as possible. It's gonna get to a point to where they're satisfied with the way they have it. How would the economy look as a result of that? And then as the economy does what it has to do, what is sustainability looking like as far as keeping them there, not allowing them to come back over illegally? I wonder how would all of that look.
I don't think it's going to get to where it's looking like, you know, the economy is satisfied with it. Because I think, for one, like you said, like Doug was saying, it's going to take more than the 4-year term. And now we got, after the 4-year term, we got to get another person in there who's as serious as Trump is, keeping it going. Who's going to be his son? Who going? What other presidents? I mean, I think he's the only president who's been this adamant about border control.
So let's stay within the term then. Within Trump's term, his vice president just basically said, I forgot the numbers he used, but he was basically just saying, be reasonable about it. Take on a goal, take on a goal that's attainable. So if it was 1 million, they know they can move 1 million. Or if it's 100,000, they know they can move 100,000. Once they move that 100,000, what is that going to look like after that deportation has taken place? And what are they going to do to make sure that 100,000 don't sneak back in?
Title 42. Title 42. That's why he's trying to bring it back. You know, during Biden's administration, like 2 years ago, they got, you know what I'm saying, they suspended it. But now that's what the big talk is talking about now. They're Trump trying to bring Title 42 back, which is where it's called catch. What did he call it? See, over here, you know what I'm saying, with the Biden administration, they had the catch and release, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Detain and deport. That's what it's called. That's what he said. Title 42 is detain and deport. Catch them and send them back.
I want to know what is the process like of catching them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they got some already on paper. You know what I'm saying? With paperwork, the people that got their paper or whatever, they can find them probably easily. But I'm talking about the ones that's here that's just not even known to be here. I know ICE. So how is ICE? You know what I'm saying? What are they doing? They got GPS trackers on them. You know what I'm saying?
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let me explain that to you. See, see ICE they don't really get warrants. So what they would have to do is surveillance, catch them at work, catch them leaving the house. Like, that's where the money's coming in, because they got to pay for the, you know what I'm saying, the time frame. They're going to have to sit down and do the surveillance and watch, because especially if the local police isn't really helping too much. But yeah, that's where the money's coming from. That's where the budget's coming from, because they got to pay for this. And they're going to pretty much going to have contractors, private contractors, your bounty hunters. You know what I'm saying? So that's where this money's going to pay for these resources for this time of surveillance that they're gonna have to do, because it ain't like, the ICE can just go and get a warrant and then just run up in there and get them. No, they got to actually sit here and play the waiting game.
And you know
how you know? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish that.
As far as finding them, one way that they find illegal immigrants is that a lot of them come over here, they get a job, they somehow get a vehicle, but they don't have a valid driver's license. So, you know,
Random
6 months may go
pullovers.
by, they get pulled over, and all of a sudden it's, hold on, wait a minute. And then now they found that one. They go back to what Doug was saying. Now surveillance. They might let them go.
Follow
But
him
they're letting
home.
them go to follow
Boy.
home. Right.
Y'all know what I just thought of? Moving into the future, AI and them robots. All this facial recognition, all these facial scans and everything that's being done.
Oh,
Moving
yeah.
into the future, that's how they're going to control everything. How they're going to
Yeah.
control that immigration problem. When them
Mhm.
robots kick in, all they got to do is scan you down. You're not legal. You gone.
Because they're
Just
gonna have
that
the whole
simple.
entire system on their mainframe, and they can just go ahead and visually just scan your face right there. Oh, but you're not
I
in
can
the
see
system.
that. I can see that because
You're not in the
they already
system.
got.
Go ahead and let me go ahead and call the authorities. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, they might even train them how to subdue you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tie
And
you
they
up.
already got it. They already got everybody facial recognition right now with the iPhones
Yep.
anyway. So
And
they don't
social
got to
media.
do. They don't got to do no work to get that. Now they just got to
Even,
create the
yeah,
robot.
even if you don't got the iPhone, like you said, social media, everybody posting their selfies.
Inside of even if the people who's not online, inside of these grocery stores like Walmart, all these self checkers. If you look, when you in there swiping your card, you walking through. I'm gonna use Walmart. They got that big behind display up there with them little yellow dots going all over the place,
Got a damn
scanning your
1,000
ass.
lasers pointed at your damn face.
Once you get to that machine, that screen is scanning you. Once you swipe your card, boom, it knows who you are.
And in the parking lot.
Yep, all out in the parking lot. They got the lot police. That joint be out there talking to you.
You got surveillance everywhere,
man. And
Yeah, this gonna go. This,
I mean,
gonna go past.
that's just thing. Those are just things that we are aware of.
Right. So next,
this gonna go
and
past.
I don't even know if I
This
can
gonna
get
go.
into this with the smart cars, right? So you know there's a big battle on no, we need to keep the ICE cars. Then you got the people that's all for the electric cars. Okay. But what is an electric car? An electric car is a smart car. Internet. All these eyes are on it. All these cameras. I mean, a Tesla got, I don't even know, 9, 10, 12 cameras or whatever. I mean, that sucker, you can see like everywhere. So other thing they're going to do, we're going to have smart cities. The smart cities.
Well, they're already doing them. They did one here in Florida. They tested it already.
Smart homes.
Right. So the smart city is going to integrate
smart
with your
city
smart car.
You got smart
you know
homes
what a smart city is?
Yep.
Phil, you know what a smart city is?
A smart city?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a general idea. It's a city that can pretty much function itself. It knows everything and everybody that's in it. What is it?
No, you only got like a 15-mile radius that you can go outside of, bro. You are confined to a certain block. This ain't got nothing to do with technology and computers and all that. The smart cities where you inside this 15-mile radius, and that's all you get.
What are you saying? They
almost like a confined,
people
like
can't leave out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't cool.
Yeah.
But see what happened is,
what's that for?
If the crime gets out of control, that's what will be enforced within the smart city. So the cameras gonna be integrated. The smart city is gonna be integrated with your smart car. So even if, on a good note, even if somebody is getting ready to run the red light, you're on your phone. You know, these teens and everybody is not just teens, but a lot of people are texting on the phone. That light is gonna be able to tell that car, hey, I'm turning red, fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making it up. You know what I'm saying? And that car is gonna stop automatically. That's one benefit of it. But on the flip side, with the circumference or the radius control, like Doug was saying, if the crime gets out of hand, because if you notice in Myrtle Beach, there's gated communities going up everywhere in Myrtle Beach. If you notice, if you like really pay attention, like, damn, man, this gated communities going up everywhere. And they've also started to gate up all the apartment complexes that they can. You got apartment complexes that wasn't gated that's now gated, even in the hood, right? Monticello, over that way. So if the crime gets too big, now they got the facial recognition. Hey, beep, 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 where you going? They're like an ankle monitor on you almost.
But why though? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to confine people? I mean, that just sounds like population
Because
control.
crime
Yeah,
is getting
well,
out of
that's
control.
Where you been?
hey,
You better stop watching them sports, bro. Yeah, population control has been going on for years.
Listen though, Vic, you don't let me talking though. I'm just saying, if you confining people to stay in a certain radius, you know what I'm saying, they can't leave outside this radius. Niggas is gonna be knocking people off. Like, niggas gonna be tired of being confined to this.
And they gonna know who's doing it.
Yeah,
well, not
they
when
they gonna get taken care of real quick.
Hey, they already
taken out
put
real quick.
Tanks in Atlanta for the
locked up.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying, what is the purpose of smart city is what I'm asking.
Control, bro. Control.
But why? What
you mean why? If you got a bunch of heathens running around, what you want to figure out a way to control them?
Okay. So the smart city is just for criminals, is what you're saying.
It's for the betterment of mankind, of everyone. You're thinking too small, for everyone's safety. Yeah. It's for us to be able to advance and for us to be able to be safe and to cut down on.
But who are they for? Though? Like, we can't leave and go to damn Jamaica if we want to go to Jamaica and go. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be confined to the city.
That's what it takes. That might be what happens for a while until they get things under control. It's good, just like your computer. It's good used for good things, but your computer can be used for bad things. You know, the smart city can be used for good or bad. But for them, the higher level and all think about people who live over at the Market Common. They don't want. I'm just saying you as in like a generalization. They don't want you coming over there and they don't know you, and people who look like you, not that other people don't commit crimes, but people look like you is out committing crimes. They need that camera to alert. Hey, look, who is this? You know, we need to find out who this is. They're gonna stop you. I was in Deborah today, or however you say it, you know, multi-gazillion-dollar neighborhood, and they got a patrol in the neighborhood. Like, it's crazy. You got police right outside. You got police all up and down. If you ever drove to Charleston, you know you got police all up and down, you know, the corridor. But they got patrol right in the neighborhood because people are getting more scared and more scared. More upscale neighborhoods are getting broken into, you know. Even our neighborhood over here, Berkshire, there's been a shooting in the past year. In the past, that was unheard of. People are getting more crazier. So yeah,
I'll give you an example. Real good example. If that system was put in place, that lady that dude that set that woman on fire in that train station I think it was in New York. If that system was put in place, that lady probably would have been living today, because for somebody to do some shit like that, and he's an immigrant, I feel strongly that he was already a criminal over in the country that he came from.
He'd have been caught prior to, right?
That's somewhere he wouldn't even been on the train.
Right.
He wouldn't even been on the train.
Yeah.
Exactly. He would have been stopped prior to that situation. Like, hey man, where you going? We'll check you out. Oh, you this person? Okay, we'll take you back over here. We're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
Now some of this technology, like I said, is good, but everything has its pros and cons. You know what I'm saying? Because it can be used for control and it can be used for growth. But you know, that's why they kind of worried about Elon. Does he has the right intentions with all this technology that he's gaining? Is he going to use it for humanity, or is he going to use it for his own agenda?
They need to look at Elon's track record when they start talking like that.
That's why I'm about to say,
Elon's been around doing this stuff for a long time. Yeah. So if he wanted to do something, he would have been done it.
Right. I mean, the man sending up rockets. I mean, good gracious. And bringing them back down the park. Oh my gosh.
But you know, they got the hover cars. They got hover cars now.
Yeah.
Elon is responsible for us being able to use PayPal right now. Who's that helping him? Him or the PayPal users?
I don't trust PayPal.
That dude ain't trying to use no technology for the worst. He been able to do that a long time ago.
Yeah. A lot of things is just money driven. You know, I was having a conversation with a family member and they were talking about the electric cars and they was being negative. And I'm like, you do understand that electric cars have been around for 100+ years, right? They don't know. They think electric cars are something new. So it's like you can't even have a conversation with some people.